Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing. This is Everyman's Pocket EDC, EMP EDC. Let's take a look at what we got today. Alright, today I'm opening up my box with my EMP EDC relative, my favorite knife. It's Knife of the Year in 2013, sorry. Great knife. Love this thing. By the way, the seat, can I still do this? Yeah, still can. Alright. Let's get into this guy. All right, this is an EMP EDC, nothing in the box, so let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Oh, we got the clip here, so let's take a look at that. Nymble X Magnacut 6364 Ti frame lock, June 2025, third run. All right, this should be the Nymble third run, which means I think this is the Gen 3. So let's take a look at this. So got a few stickers here, which is cool. We'll put those, probably some of these to the giveaways. Let's put that over here. And then we have the knife here. Now this is supposed to be a new design. You know, I've had, what, 6 or 7 Nymbles. Everybody's telling me that this should work similar to the relative. So we've got some similarities here, right? Similar here as well. I like that. But you have the flipper up here. So let's see how that works. Okay, so first of all, we are dead nut centered. We've got a gold anodized hardware and pivot collar. In this. Now, I went for this clip because I thought it would match really well there. So let's take a look at that. We'll put that on in a second, but I just want to show it to you. We'll get it out so you can see it. And another cool sticker. Now, I had a Mokume last time. Oh boy, that was too soft of steel, but this is the Damascus. Oh, I do like that color. That's nice. I think that's going to complement it well. So we'll put that here for now. We'll just put it over to the side. All right, so first of all, dead nut centered. We have that. Blade stock thickness, we're about the same, it looks like. We got the texture, the knurling. This one's lined. This one's diamond pattern. Okay, we've got the front flipper here. And we've got that. So we've got a little lanyard place, not prioritized. Relatively deep pocket carry. No sharp edges. Are we sharp on the edges? No. This one's softer on the edges. This is a little sharper. Hopefully that won't be too bothersome. That's always a bother if that digs in. That could, oh, no. Okay, so it's chamfered there. And it's not chamfered there. Oh, I hope that doesn't kill it. Hope that doesn't kill it. So the chamfering here makes a world of difference. And if this starts to dig in, that's going to be real unfortunate. But let's give it a flip. All right, there we are. Similar to the relative. Let's look at the two. All right, this one is a, you can call it a dagger maybe. I call it a drop point. This is definitely a drop point over here. Some people might even call that a dagger. I don't know. I think one just happens to be longer than the other. It's definitely not a clip point. This one has a corner here, so could you technically be a clip point? I don't know. Maybe a sheep's foot. I don't know. All right, so we have the lock bar over here. Okay. Let's see over here. Very similar in many ways. All right. Which to me is good. All right, so let's give it a drop. All right, do that again. So do I clear? That's my biggest thing. Do I clear the flipper and not have it drop on me? Can I front flip it? It's definitely stiff. This has got a pretty crisp detent. We're gonna put skiffs in this thing here in a second. All right, this is Magnacut. This one over here is L-Max, and so this one is Magnacut. You see that? All right. Okay. So where do we clear the detent? So we're clear there. So if I catch there, I'm actually clear of the detent. That's actually not, that's doable. And even if I clear that, I'm still going to catch there. Okay. All right. Very good. That was my biggest gripe with the Nymble X. Once you clear the detent, this would come down like right here on you. It would cut your finger or your nail, and I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't be very fidgety. I like the idea of a flipper, but the flipper's got to be not in the way. Nice reverse flick. All right, very cool. Flipper over here. All right, let's take a little look here. What do you say? So here's the hollow grind. I like the hollow grind. I like the swedge on top. That's nice. The thumb hole, fuller hole. It's a fuller with a thumb hole, I guess, or just a fuller hole. You call it what you want. The knurling on here, the diamond pattern, is really cool. I like the bronze, brass, whatever, anodized screws and pivot collar. I like that. It's nice over here. The clip is not bad at all. I'm kind of excited about putting that fancy clip on there. What do we got here? Good weight relief on the inside on both sides. We've got the lock bar down here. Is it super sharp? Let's see over here on this one. That's about the same. I don't really notice it. It does have a little flat spot. Do you see that right there? It's a little flat spot right there. So the clip is on there. It's not digging in. This is not bad. Okay. Big old lanyard priority. So if you're a lanyard fan, you should be pretty happy. And so what I'm talking about is, here's the detent. You clear it right there. And when I clear it, I can catch it right there. And then I'm clear. You see that? But if I clear the thumb, then I'm going to catch it right here like this. So it's not going to have that cut on my nail. So that's good. I like that. I like that. So we looked at this side. Let's look at the back spacer. Got the nice jimping all the way across here. The swedge on top. Minimal billboarding on the whole knife. I think that's really nice. All right. Let's do a nice little view here before we get into it. Just out of curiosity, before I add anything, I'm going to weigh this just out of the box because sometimes I miss out on that. I just want to see what it weighs before I put the fancy clip on. So we're doing 4.3 ounces. Okay, 4.3 ounces. Put that over here. All right, so let's get my stuff together and we'll come right back. All right, we're back. So now let's go ahead and put this on here. I believe these are T8s. Let's double check. T8s. T8s. Okay, good. So there's that flat spot we're talking about. That's a nice touch. Okay, so we can see a little grease in there. Not a fan of the grease. I prefer oil myself. Some people prefer the grease. I get it. Now, I find that interesting. Let's drop this out. Not bad. Not bad. I'm just feeling how they roll. Are they pretty smooth? For the sake of this, I'm going to guess this is 5mm? Yeah, 5mm. So we're doing 5mm, and then these guys are going to be 1/16, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1/16. 5mm, 1/16. Okay. Okay, sometimes they don't come out, so I'll use my magnet here. Get that out. Get that out. Like to clean it all out in here. Don't know if this is going to come off. Oh, it does come off. Okay, good. Sometimes it's stuck on there pretty good. Oh, almost lost a screw. Gotta be careful. Okay, it's nice and smooth on that side. That's good. I like that. I like it when they're like that. There's actually a very smooth side. No burrs. I don't have to polish it. EMP EDC is pretty good about that. Their stuff is really, for me, it's been very consistent. So I like that. Their stuff is good. Just for today, we're just going to use a little alcohol. Make sure we get all our stuff in here. So that lock bar is pretty good. I didn't feel like it needed to be cleaned or to be adjusted, so I'm going to leave this as is. It felt pretty decent on there. It didn't feel super tight. I was able to flick it, had good movement. So as far as I'm concerned, that's good. Now this is a captive pivot, and the D shape is on this side, so I want this D shape to face right there, 90 degrees right there. So then I'm going to put in a little washer, and we're going to get our oil. And then we're going to get the 5mm skiffs. I'm pretty sure I have those. There we are. 5mm. So some of you guys, do you have to do this? No, you do not, absolutely not have to do this. But let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ball bearings on that, right? This one comes with 12. So you have significantly more contact. It's going to allow the knife to balance better. So this is not necessary, but I like to do this anyways. Put just a little bit on there. And this is the soft, smooth side. This is the flat side. If you swap it, make sure there's no burrs and stuff, all right? So now I need this pivot to turn 90 degrees. Before I do that, then we're going to put a little drop on here. I'll put a little. Now, before I put the Loctite on, I want to assemble the knife first, okay? I don't do the Loctite right away. I want to make sure everything's fitted and it comes together well, because then the Loctite can get everywhere and it just messes things up. Reverse thread, listen for the click, and then thread in so you don't cross thread. You don't want to cross thread your knife. Okay, so there's a longer and a shorter screw. I think the longer screw goes over there and the shorter one goes over here. Let's see if I'm correct. Oh, that is pretty. Nice sharp edge. Got middle there, which is fine. Notice if it clears, I'm catching it there. That's nice. Dead nut centered. Action's good. Any play? No. All right. I like this. I like this a lot. All right. So in case you're curious, notice these are crimped over the ball bearings. The thing about the phosphor bronze washers that Skiff makes is they are actually phosphor bronze solid washers that are milled, radius milled, so that you can pop the balls in and then they stay in there really well. All right, so I'm going to move this over here. I think I'm done with the oils because I don't think I'm going to replace any of this. Oops, wrong one. That's the big one. The red one is the 10 weight nano oil. I use that nano oil on the cage ball bearings, but then I use the 85 weight heavy oil on the pivot and the pivot track, and then I also use it on the track, the pivot track for the blade stop, because the blade stop pin is in the blade itself. All right, so real quick, let's do this. So in case you guys want to see this up close, zoom in. So there's the knife, right? You see that? I'll zoom in a little bit more. There's right here. This is the 5mm 12 ball count, 1/16 ball size. Inner diameter is going to be 0.290. Outer diameter is 0.370. Okay. Now we're replacing it 12 ceramic ball bearings for the OEM 9. Now these aren't terrible. They are not terrible cage bearings. They are not. I will tell you. I mean, they're for inexpensive OEM cage bearings. These are by far better. Are they as good as Skiff's? No, absolutely not. I will be the first one to tell you that. They're not anywhere close to being as good as Skiff's, but they're good. They're very good. Now I'm going to put a little Loctite on here. This is when this becomes important to me. And of course we're spilling already. Sometimes when it's warm in the house, it just decides to pour out for whatever reason. I don't know. It's annoying, but it happens. Okay. Now this is where I don't want to be very careful not to have too much. Okay, I'm back. It looks like I had a call and I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb and it stopped the video, so I apologize. We were putting the Loctite on top of the pivot screw, and I dispersed it. I put it on there, made sure it was in there, reverse thread it to here, click, and then go in, and then we were able to get that in there. Cleaned this up, put it back, made sure this was tightened enough where there's no blade play, and we can still have that nice action for the close. This is one of those D10s, I don't have to tune it all. It's tuned really well for the front flipper, I think. If you're gonna have a front flipper, I feel like this is where, can I get it? Oh, come on. Oh, it's tight for that front flipper though. It'll probably break in. I could loosen it where you can do front flip, but the front flip works great like that, and then like that as well. But it's a flipper, so I mean, it's that in between. We want crisp for this, a little tight for that. It's kind of your call if you're going to use the flipper. Sometimes if you make it just perfect for the front flipper, then this is going to get a little soft, and some people get kind of annoyed because then you can sort of fail it. So it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. It depends on what you want. But we got all that together. We got a little glue in there. Now we got to let this all sit. So that's the glue from the various things. Now I don't want that not glue, oil, nano oil. What am I saying, glue? Now I need for this to set. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to put my things away, but that's what we do here. I don't know if we talked about this. I don't know if it cut off before I talked about this, but 5 millimeter pivot. It's 12 ball count. These were 9 and 1/16 ball size, which is 0.290 inner diameter, 0.370 outer diameter. These are the Skiff cage bearings that you want to get. You can get thick washers too, that with the same measurements, but obviously not a ball count, but it'll be 5 millimeter 1/16 for that. These are great. These are fantastic. I really do recommend Skiff. So let me put this away. All right, so now I've put this in there. This is the beautiful, beautiful little, wonderful clip there. Now I was going to try to get a little video here, a little picture, a little thumbnail. Try to highlight the hollow grind and the Damascus clip at the same time. What do you think? I think that's gorgeous. I actually like this. I like the gold or bronze on top of there. I don't know if that's going to patina, but I do like that beautiful color. That's nice. And I can fix that if I scratch it easily. Cream blade torch, super easy to do. And see, I clear the detent here. And if I happen to miss it and it goes down here, I catch it right there on the finger choil without guillotining my finger. So they've addressed that Nymble X issue that I've always had. The one thing that frustrated with Nymble X. I love the Nymble X. I mean, how many did I buy? I think I bought like 5 or 6 of them. And I ended up selling them all because it just did not work for me. It would cut me. And a knife cuts me regularly and it kind of gets out of my rotation, right? And so that's what would happen. I think this is really nice. I'm really digging this. This is going to be fun to carry. Can't wait for this. Now, I can tell track isn't quite in there. So there's a thing you can work on. Like go back and forth like this, where the track is. So it's developing that track in the ball. So you can go back and forth. You don't push hard, just a little bit of pressure, right? You're just trying to break it in. That's one thing, just gentle. And going in out of the track, don't push down. You know, it's not stuck or anything. It doesn't get a ridiculous detent. You just want it, just trying to get that track because it's still a little gritty. You want that track to break in, and this will just get smoother and smoother. You hear less of it moving across it. That sounds a little rough. Yeah, it's already starting to sound better. And it'll get smoother on the drop as well. Now, I'm playing with it, and I haven't let the pivot sit yet, so I got to make sure I do that now, okay? And I don't want the oils to get up into the pivot, which is going to mess up this, and it's not going to set. Or I don't want the Loctite to spread out and get down on the cage bearings and make that gritty, okay? So there we go. That is the EMP EDC Nymble. Third run, or Gen 3, I would call it. Call this the Gen 3. So I'm going to leave this out like this. I like this. I like it a lot. First impressions are really good. I like the clip. Clip is a beautiful touch. Put skiffs in. Absolutely wonderful. The hidden flipper is nice. It's very similar to what we have here with the relatives, so you don't feel like you have this big old long spreadable, whatever, this long distance between the two fingers where it used to be like you had to spread them out like that. Now you can get nice solid presentation. The jimping is great. Spine, I love the little swedge. I love the shape of the blade. I love the hollow grind. I think it's stunning. Magnacut 6364 is awesome. This is a nice touch. The blacked out with the diamond is cool. Would I've liked to gotten a fully plain one? Yeah, but I waited. I waited. It's my own fault. I waited for that. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what I got here. This is cool. I'm super excited about this one. So there we go. That is the Nymble X. And comparing it to the relative, you can see right here, right? Nymble X, this is more like a dagger or a spear point, I guess you could say. This is more of a, I would say, traditional drop point, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. If any of you guys got one of these, I can tell you, it gets my thumbs up for the thumb. Maybe we need to make that a new thing. What do you guys think? Should we have a thumbs up for the thumb as part of my review process? Because I think that's something I always talk about, right? Don't I? Yeah, so you guys let me know what you think about that. Think it's dumb? I kind of like that idea, if I can remember to write it in. But yeah, thumbs up for the thumb. I think I need to put that into the review. I think that's kind of cool. That's a big deal for me. So you let me know. All right, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel, it really does help me out. It allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, who enjoys the content, who comments in the videos, who's part of the live stream and chats, just part of the whole community. I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you. Thank you. Just real quick, if you haven't thought of it already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down below. A lot of you guys don't have the notification turned on. You might miss some of my videos. Just saying, you might get to see some more you might like, hopefully. All right, a big shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate you guys do two amazing things. You encourage me. I don't do this full time. I'm part time. Secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to do things way sooner than I ever thought I could. Allow me to check out knives, be able to ship them, cover the costs and things like that, the software applications that I use to compile the videos and upload them, and also huge, you allow me to do a once a week budget banger giveaway. I couldn't afford all the other things, and I couldn't do the once a week budget banger giveaway if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you to you guys out there. As a way for me to say thank you, a way for me to show my appreciation, I do two exclusive things for channel members. One, brand new channel members, I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Usually I write a little note for you and send you a channel sticker. It's my personal way to say thank you to you guys. Now, all I ask you is actively be a member and never ask to receive the channel sticker. Could be 99% of the time, new channel members. Could be a member who's been a member all along, never asked, or someone who was a member and then became a member again. Ask, whoever you are, as long as you're actively a member, you've never asked to receive the channel sticker, email me. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Secondly, we do a once a week budget banger giveaway, but we add to that once a month members exclusive giveaway. So that's for you members exclusively. So that 1 week a month where we have the budget banger giveaway, then we have the members exclusive giveaway. There's two giveaways and you're eligible for both of them. So, and I try to make sure it's not a budget banger sort of giveaway. It's something that's at least $100 or more, something hopefully you would enjoy winning and receiving or giving as a gift, right? So it's something for me to say thank you. All right, well, I appreciate you guys. Oh, and if that sounds interesting to any of you, because you like the idea of the sticker, maybe you like the idea of the giveaway, maybe you like the idea of the special emojis that you get, the special exclusive content, maybe the 1 year anniversary, 2 year anniversary exclusive things you get for there, and any of the above, let me know. I would be honored to have you as a channel member. There is a link down below in the description, 3 different tiers, a budget, a medium, and a high one. I would be honored any level, right? Don't feel obligated to do it. Please, please don't anybody become a channel member because you feel obligated. Do it because you would like to. It's absolutely your choice, absolutely your decision, okay? But if you do, thank you. Thank you. I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and I'm very appreciative. All right, thank you to everyone who's watched this video so far. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. That's again on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.